Jack Perks turns up for work bright and early. The office, today, a riverside meadow at Attenborough near Nottingham. Jack is a wildlife photographer, you can tell by the constantly searching eyes and the rather fine camera. Within minutes he lands a family portrait. But as Jack explained to me, his real interest lies in the dark waters beneath the paddling feet of these cute ducklings. This is a pike filmed in the Cromford Canal in Derbyshire.
I think they get a bit of a bad press, pike. I mean, they eat all the wounded and sick fish, and obviously if you didn't have that, then disease would spread and you'd have less fish than without the pike.
It's not yet a living, but Jack's already making a name for himself. His underwater films, shot in Derbyshire and Nottinghamshire, will feature on this year's Spring Watch series on the BBC. So Jack, how did you get into wildlife photography?
I've always had an interest in nature, and I was just thinking of ways, well, how can I get involved with it? And photography seemed like a good idea at the time, so I started to do more of that, really. I really enjoy all aspects of wildlife photography, and the underwater world, particularly in rivers and lakes, things are not really that much explored. So one of the things I wanted to do was to have a look what we've got, because we've got so many different species. I just wanted to record them.
Above water, shots of assorted swans and even great crested grebes won't set the world on fire, but an obliging great tit with a quirky nesting site saves the day.
Look at that. Great, absolutely great. Oh, too quick.
So all these little holes in the bank, they're presumably for things like water rats and
yeah, they could be crayfish actually. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Most camera phones now are fairly good quality, and you can get some really good compacts. I mean, have a play around in your garden is the best thing. You haven't got to travel, and you're going to have plenty of plants and bugs and maybe garden birds to play around with. So I'd say practice there and then maybe go to local nature reserves.
The BBC's Summer of Wildlife gets underway this month. It's an invitation to all of us to get closer to nature, close to home. What's not to like? Dominic Heel for BBC East Midlands Today in the great outdoors.
So that's an Egyptian goose there.